the first ever Filipino versus Filipino unification world title fight. What's your opinion on it?
Well, so I hope that it stays. Let's put it this way. I hope that it stays between the talent of the two fighters, and it doesn't get into the Philippine. Who's the real Filipino? Who's this and who's that?
Definitely.
Who does more for his country compared to this person?
Yeah.
I've known Nonito since 2009. He was a world champion when I met him. He has always been there for the Philippines. He's always showed that that's where he's from. The flag is always in the ring with us. The flag is on the trunks. The emblem is on the trunk. Everything is always there, right? He'll say in an interview after the fight in his language and in English.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Been to the Philippines with him many times. It's never been an issue. I hope that they don't do that.
Yes. Who's the real Filipino?
I hope not.
It's insulting.
Remember, one of the greatest trilogies was Morales and Mexicans, right?
It wasn't who's a better Mexican. It was not like that.
Morales and
Barrera.
and that was ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
They're friends now. But what a ridiculous thing to say. We're all human beings, and you want to have pride. This is where, if anything, it should bring together a Philippine pride.
Philippine
That
pride.
there's two champions
And it's
that
for
are
the
at
Philippines.
that level to fight for unification, just like you said. At the first time, two Filipino champions fighting to unify.
Yeah.
The first time in history. There's a reason that's the first time in history. You should be proud that there's two fighters representing the Philippines to fight for that prestigious belt. And don't muddy it up by bringing in petty crap like that. I don't like it. And I'll say it in every single interview that if they ask me.
That's
right?
good.
I'll say it that same way.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Show the pride and not the division. Because if one thing in the world now, we're more divided about everything, and there's no reason to be like that.
Definitely. So if I may ask, what's Nonito's training program like for the fight? I want to ask you about the game, but what's his training program?
You know what? He's in shape.
In shape.
He just fought
Bazzel.
Bazzel. He's in shape.
Yeah.
He's only been off that for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's in shape. It's just he's rolled already into training for this.
Yes.
So it's not going to be the conditioning there. It's all about strategy.
Yeah. Will you
It's
be
all
going
about
on?
game plan.
Will he
I'll
come
tell
here to
you-
the Bay Area for
He
training?
might, but I think it just depends. This is the thing. It's like what I notice about him is he's 38 years old.
Yeah.
No secret, right? 38. So, but what I notice about him when I was watching him training for the fight, the last fight, he was still shadow box with intention, 10, 12 rounds.
Wow.
Every day. Still focus on the game plan, still with intention. Where most fighters that I know that are older, that have been around the game, they hate shadow boxing. They don't do it. They just want to spar
Yeah.
to get in shape. They just want to maybe hit the mitts. They just want their trainer to bang on the mitts. That's it. And it's silly stuff on the mitts. Not even focused intention.
Yeah.
When you do that, So I really am impressed with that. That he still has the passion to train every single day in the gym.
Yeah.
That is very rare for an older fighter. So I think you can discard any of those thoughts of, well, he's going to be a little too old or he's this. I think you can discard that because I've seen the guy do it. And there's been a lot of gaps in his career. So there's, he's not like he's fought 3 times a year
Yeah.
for, all these years, 20 years.
Definitely. So what can you say? You've seen Casimero. Have you seen his trash talk?
Yeah, but that's just the way he is.
It's part of this. What it is.
I mean, I just think it's part of his personality.
Definitely.
I will never say that a fighter is afraid. There's no way. They have the ultimate courage, all of them.
Even Des Marines, I don't think he was afraid.
But I think most of the time, the loudest in the room is the one he's convincing himself of things.
Yes.
It's part of how he prepares himself.
Yeah.
He has to be like that, almost like you have to talk like that. So now I have to back it up.
Yeah.
I got to do it.
And
It's
then you get
motivating
more
him.
tense.
It motivates him, right?
It motivates him.
The quiet person, it's not his character.
Yeah.
And it might be it's a worse strategy for him.
Yeah.
So if you understand that it's just part of what he needs to do to motivate himself to do what he's about to try to do, it's not you don't take it personal.
So what can you tell Nonito? What's your advice to him so that he can win this fight?
Oh, my advice. Well, we've talked about it. I think a lot of it is don't buy into, and this goes with any fighter, any. Do not. You look at the strengths of your opponent, and you look at the weaknesses. You don't go strength for strength.
Yes.
Don't try to. You try to deal with his weaknesses.
Yes.
And you try to take away his strengths.
Yeah.
So that's basically the game plan, is take away his strengths. I
Take
believe
away his
his
strength.
right hand is his most dominant
Yes.
power punch. I don't think he has a very good left hook.
Not really.
It's okay. It's good. It's decent.
It's decent.
You know, I saw him with Capatillo on the mitts yesterday, and you know, it's not. I will tell you this: if you've ever watched Donaire throw the left hook on the mitts, it's not even close. That, as my good partner Bruno Escalante would say,